Anticipation, performance, art, and design. Sergio Patricio, Valenzuela, Valdés, Santiago de Chile. My performance art practice as an artist and researcher has become crucial to test ideas that theoretically catch my interest. For example, years ago I was convinced that performance art compositions were a miracle because of the chaos theory in physics, where organized chaos was so complex that it was too difficult to perceive the origin, development, and end of each action in time and space, here and now. Within the context of an event of actions and their probabilities, time stretches out in many directions, making the observable constellation of actions more than chaotic, but four-dimensional almost, in a way that the past, present, and the future of actions become one. Anticipation. Therefore, anticipation in actions becomes crucial to understand the action could fail, even in a prediction, as an action goal is a score to be done. Performance in present time live simultaneously in the past, present, and future, and this tension in between is the action goal becomes. An example is crossing a mass crowd of people at a constant speed and not changing direction, for example. Anticipation switch your present to be merged with your past and future. Such a concept is how I improve daily in my performance lab with the performance laboratory participants. If we figure out the name for performance art compositions, chaos theory in physics was the most useful vocabulary to understand how to align action in time and have a suspension, an unpredictable power to shock me and beholders, the public, the spectators, or even event guests at the same time. Doing my artistic research applied to my practice helped me to develop a foundational step and make a difference to understand my singularity as a possible distinction between me and the past and myself into my future practice. I found the most crucial part of my creative investigation to remember and to be aware of other artists doing by body art, performance art, bodily practice, action art, ready-made, event happenings, video art, street art, and freestyle dance and singing. All of those practices were infected with references that I cannot avoid carrying out at the moment that I create. Some of the greatest personas I follow and I admire are Juan Downey, Lottie Roosevelt, Las Yeguas del Apocalipsis, Francisco Casas, Vicente Ruiz, Gonzalo Rabanal, Alexander Del Rey, Francisco Copello, Elías Erasme, Cada, Carlos Lepe, Valentina Zarati, Hija de Perra, Felipe Rivas San Martín, Las Tesis, Sebastián Calafqueo, y Carolina Muñoz. Finally, one of the contest factors that I continually touch my performance is how to make the experience mine and share it with honesty. The conditions of a practice or obstructions of the body are actions that release contents when they are executed, and actions and performance make sense to others when they finally reach the goal. Some of them reach the level of sense making, and some of them fail and don't go anywhere. I need many times the positive affirmations that the actions could reach a level of questions and answers to others. Makes me happy and strong, and make me strong when I perform, design, and when I make art in general. Even more, I understand actions through my practice as the trajectories that change goals and get multiple and complex as infinite possibilities to measure. But making this awareness of red trajectories creates a double sharp. One side is understanding time as no present, so then living in the success or frustration of what I didn't react and what to consider an expectation of the affection in the future. So then, not living in the present and living the here and now thing is important to consider when I talk about performance practice. Anticipation for me has a very blurred border or limit with foretelling, What I consider a difference anticipation is the thing that I have trained for, and it means incorporating the problems of others in other positions to understand reality. So, the multidimensional perceptions require a performance within an action to improve by training and working out through several tasks. A single example is how to cross at the constant speed mass of crowded people without changing direction. For example, so anticipation is a concept improved daily in my performance lab. Important and relevant for me as well is when I open my senses and I'm more aware about others' problems and traumas and sensibilities, about the language and shapes and lights and colors and non-verbal languages. I opened myself and I became more vulnerable person, while at the same time being strong and self-confident. For example, in terms of being super critical of ourselves, and we expose our weakness to you, to other people, to the beholders, for example. All these factors are in the suitable possible four-dimensional editor, which is the practice that you can explore with others in something that require a lot of flow, awareness, and an expansion that sometimes might be considered silly. Thank you.